Separated at birth?
So this is Mitsuya Cider Orange. It is a reissue of their 1908 version of this drink. And just for comparison's sake, I have regular old Fanta Orange. Now, I got a lot of stuff to cover history-wise, so if you just want to go right to the tasting, there's a timestamp on the screen. So, getting on to Mitsuya Cider. This company has been around since 1884, and this drink is from 1908. It is only available in vending machines throughout Japan. I live in the Tokyo area, so I don't know about, further north or south, but so you might have a hard time finding this overseas. I can't find the particular literature about it, but they are using a very unconventional spelling of the word orange. I don't know. It might have been a quirk of old school Japanese. Japanese is a language that has, is it 46? Yeah, probably 46 basic characters. God knows how many kanji and katakana, which is used for foreign borrowed words. And technically orange is a foreign borrowed word, but you usually spell orange like with a different kind of O. I don't know if you can see it on here. Orange, right there. Anyway, I know that in the past they use quirky spellings. It might be, some of the remnants of hepburn Japanese or katakana. I don't know. Anybody know? Tell me. Personally, I think it's someone in the Mitsuya Cider's translation department really screwed up or thought this would be a cool way to write it. I don't know the etymology of the name, so that's that, I guess. But going on to Fanta over here. So Fanta was created in the 1940s in Germany. So I guess Coca-Cola was available before then, but for some reason, in the 1940s, the Coca-Cola company decided to stop sending its syrup to Germany. But, they still have a big bottling factory with lots of employees, and I guess the German government at the time said, hey, we got to keep these people employed, we got to give people something sugary, and they came up with Fanta. They had a bunch of fruit flavors, I think 3 or 4 maybe. And once the reason that Coca-Cola stopped sending their syrup ended, Coca-Cola resumed production. But I guess there's a good, I think like 8 years or so where Fanta was around. And I guess it came to be that people enjoyed it enough, and its dubious origins kind of subsided over the years, and now there are available worldwide with over 200 flavors. Now, you might have noticed this Fanta looks a little weird, especially for any Americans or maybe from people from the EU. I did a little checking, and it turns out the color difference between the US, EU, and Japanese Fanta is completely based on food coloring. I guess in the US, red 40 is allowed. In the EU, it is allowed in limited usage, and in Japan it is banned. And yellow 6 is also allowed in the US. It's allowed in the EU as E110, but it is banned in Japan. So you have one side that is quite, phosphorus orange, if you will, in the US, and then you have the EU version, which looks almost like orange juice, but this is kind of an in-betweener, if you will. There is a whole rabbit hole that you can go down for food colorings. Some of them are kind of gross. I will give you one little nugget. It's called carmine red. If you Google it, you'll find out where the color originates, and be prepared to be disgusted. Anyway, moving on to the, ingredients of this stuff. Like I said, this is supposed to be a drink from 1908, but One thing that kind of throws me for a loop is, I'll have the ingredients on the screen. It has high fructose corn syrup in it. Now, high fructose corn syrup was created in the 1960s and it was commercialized in the 1970s. So what's it doing in a remake of a, what, over 100-year-old drink? Anyway, let's see what you look like. Color-wise, you're kind of close to American Fanta. Maybe a little thinner, though. There is a slight discrepancy in terms of color. Maybe I shouldn't have used such an orange lamp, but anyway, bottoms up. It smells like Fanta. Tastes like Fanta. Then let's try Fanta. I use 2 different cups so I can tell the difference, but I can't tell the difference. They both taste like orange Fanta. Well, what does orange Fanta taste like? It's kind of like a carbonated, orangey, colored, but not necessarily orange flavored drink, because it does have like peel, orange peel, and orange extracts in it, so they both have some sort of a orange-like flavor, but this coloring is mainly food coloring. It has nothing to do with the actual fruit. If you like orange Fanta, you'll like either of them, I guess, because they might as well be dead copies of each other, which is kind of sad. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and till next time, the drink's on me.